People are sleeping, so we gotta be quiet. What's up, YouTube? Eating cereal. Cannot see it. It's Trix marshmallows. Oh, we got one viewer ready. Hello, one viewer. That was fast. And I lost it. That was weird. I got one viewer, then they left. They're like, oh, I don't want to see this. Also going to be uploading videos to another channel. I'm going to do that later. I'll do that later because I'm talking to you guys right now. Talking to you guys, eating cereal. Hello, one viewer. We're eating cereal. There it is. Look at that. Trix with marshmallows. I'll be right back. Be right back. Every time I leave, I lose a viewer. I get a viewer, and I lose a viewer. I don't know what they expect from the title. Maybe I should change the title. I decided not to upload videos for you. Just eating cereal. What do people do to get viewers on live stream? I don't know. I don't know. They probably do cool stuff. I got nothing cool to do. Have I ever told you guys about my tooth? See how my tooth is chipped? A cop did that to me. Actually, a sheriff. Because I told you guys I've been locked up before. If you don't know that, go watch my videos on that. Anyways, so I was in jail. And that's a long story. Should I tell the whole story? I started thinking about the whole, like what I would have to explain to get to why my teeth are chipped. It's not from bad teeth, first of all. So you see, I got good teeth. I have no cavities, nothing. I have good teeth. So it's not from tooth decay. No. A sheriff's deputy slammed my head onto a metal table, chin first, like that, and busted my tooth. See, right there. And that's how my tooth got busted. It was really bad too. I had nightmares about it for like a long time afterwards, like months at least. Yeah, it was pretty traumatic. But that was back in 2000, 22 years ago that happened. I think it was late 2000, but or late 2022, 22 years ago. That's when that happened to my tooth. You guys want to know the whole story behind that? So I was in jail. You want to know what jail? You want to know everything? Huh. those of you who don't know about my incarceration, I was incarcerated from 2000 to 2006. And when you get locked up, you start in jail, you fight your case, and then when you get found guilty or you take a plea bargain, then you go to prison. So I was in county jail for about 6 months, I think, and then I went to prison. But anyways, when I was in county jail, that's when this happened with my teeth. So this was in California, in San Bernardino County, in West Valley Detention Center. That's the county jail. And in California jails and prison, I told you this is going to be a long story. In California prisons and jails, it's racially segregated by the inmates. They choose to, if you're black, you go in a cell with black people. If you're white, you go in a cell with white people. Hispanic, cell with Hispanic people. There's basically 3 designations for races in California prisons: black, white, Hispanic, or 4. And then other being Asian, Arab, whatever else. It's just because the vast majority of the population, prison population in California is either black, white, or Hispanic. I think mostly Hispanic and black, honestly. So if you're another race, they just call you other. Anyways, so it's racially segregated. And so I'm in county jail. And this time I'm in dorms at this time, so I'm not in cell living. So dorms is like a big open area, kind of like a warehouse, a bunch of bunk beds, a bunch of guys sleeping in there. Like, I don't know, 100 maybe 50 to 100, whatever. And earlier in the day, 2 black dudes got in a fight with each other. I don't know what about their business. I don't know. They got in a fight. Okay. I think one of them got a black eye or something like that. And so later on, the cops, I think they saw the guy with the black guy with the black guy with the black eye, and they're like, oh, hey, what happened? Who's you gonna fight with? They're trying to interrogate him or whatever. Of course, he doesn't say anything. He's not gonna snitch on the guy. They're just gonna fight, whatever. Nobody said anything, and so the cops, they're sheriff's deputies. They're mad about that, right? So we all went to bed in our bunks, and then sometime in the middle of the night, in the morning, like 100 sheriff's deputies come rushing into the dorm room. Just start searching the whole place. In jail, they call tossing it up. They just toss up everything. First thing they do is tell us, okay, get off your bunk. They're yelling at us. It's all screaming, yelling at us. Get off your bunks and this and that. And they line us up against the wall in the pod thing. And, tossing up to, so they start, like, say you have drawers on your bunk bed. Pull out the drawers. They throw your stuff around. They just make a mess of anything and everything in there. Anyhow, I'm dead asleep. So when they pull me up, wake me up, whatever, I'm still like in my sleeping stupor. And I go to the wall, like they say, and they're yelling at everything. I don't know, what they're saying. But I'm still like in my sleep mode. And one of the deputies gets mad. I don't know if he said something I didn't hear. I don't know what happened. And so he grabs me, like my whole body, and slams me chin first onto the metal table in there, and bless my tooth. Yeah. Then, to add insult to injury, they act like I did something wrong, and they end up sending me to the hole for like a week, saying that whatever, I instigated, I don't know what they said I did. But anyhow, when it happened, there's blood everywhere. I don't know if it hit my lip or I don't know what happened, but there was like blood all over the floor, and it was nightmare. And it literally caused me nightmares for like months afterwards. So yeah, that's how my tooth got busted. I really don't like talking about it. It's kind of a bad memory. Pretty bad memory. But that's jail, man. Jail's bad. Jail's bad. Prison's bad. But yeah, that was in 2000. I can't believe it's still 22 years later. It's still kind of like, when I think about it, it gives me. Nowadays, they call it like PTSD. I don't think that was even a thing back then. But, and I could have sued, but like I didn't even know about that. Like in the before the 2000s, especially before the 90s, suing wasn't a big thing. If you got injured by like a company product, or if a cop, did something like that, he beat you up. People didn't sue back in the day. They really didn't. It wasn't a thing until, I don't know, in the 2000s sometimes, where everybody started suing for everything. But I could have. If I would have known, I could have sued. And it would have probably reduced my sentence. And because it's like, hey, I can't be competent in my trial. I'm all psychologically messed up because what happened to me. And so I could have probably had a lot of money. And look at this. That's my tooth. That's permanent. That's for life. I could probably got a couple million. I could be a millionaire right now because the guy did that to me. A sheriff's deputy, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Deputy. So yeah, I hated cops for a long time. Now I'm kind of indifferent. I'm old. I'm kind of, whatever. But they're rough, man. You ask anybody from California, Southern California, who who's been to LA County Jail, which is real bad from what I hear. I've never been there, but I heard LA County Jail is real bad. But even San Bernardino County Jail, West Valley Detention Center, I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, man, those deputies were rough, man. They would chicken wing you. They would call it chicken wing. And basically, like, get your arm and twist it behind your back, but like push your arm as much as they could up your back, and push you around, push you against a wall, or slam your head against the metal table. I think I've heard dude getting broken bones, and it was bad back in the day. But like I said, nowadays, everybody sues. There's internet now. 2000, there wasn't none of that. I mean, the internet existed, but there was no social media. A lot of people weren't even on the internet yet. So cops got away with a lot. And especially before that, go back to the early 90s, 80s, before that, cops were beating the hell out of the inmates, man. Like in Shawshank Redemption. That's real life, man. That's one of my favorite prison movies. Because that was old school. That was like in the 50s or whatever. And they would just beat the hell out of you. Prisoners didn't have rights. Even when I was locked up from 2000, 2006, all these social justice warriors nowadays, I have rights. You can't tell me this and that. Whatever. When you go to jail or prison, all that crap is out the window. They do not care. Society does not care about you anymore. A lot of stuff that happens behind those prison walls just gets swept under the rug. Nowadays, sometimes it makes the news, it gets on social media, and they might do something about it, a lawsuit, or somebody might get fired. But back in 20, 30 years ago and before that, you're a prisoner. You have no rights, zero rights. All that, oh, you can't do that to me. Yeah, they can. You can complain, you can say whatever, and it's bad. Anyway, that's what happened to my tooth. Yep, 22 years ago, man. I'm old, man. 40 years old. 40 years old. And I know some of you are doing the math, like those videos where you see the calculations. Yeah, that means I was locked up when I was 18. Yes. I just turned 18. I went to men's prison. Killers, man. Killers. Jail sucks. They don't have marshmallow tricks in jail. You probably get it nowadays. Nowadays, I've talked to dudes. I lived in Utah for a while. I talked to dudes who've been locked up more recently, and they do different stuff. I think some people have like internet access nowadays, and I've heard some prisons give you like tablets, or you get like your own tablet, so you could talk to your family or whatever. Internet stuff. When I got locked up, you know some inmates had TVs or like a Walkman, stuff like that. But you didn't have access to the internet at all. Like I said, there was no social media. YouTube didn't exist. I remember on one of my videos or one of my comments. Hold on, put the camera down there. See my muscles. Tattoos. These are not prison tattoos. I got them after prison. Dudes be getting hepatitis in prison left and right from sharing needles and tattoos and drugs. I was not getting tattoos in prison. You think you're tough because you get tattoos in prison. Good for you. Not me. Not this guy. I wait till after I went to a tattoo shop. I got my weed plant there somewhere. And I used to smoke weed a long time ago. I don't anymore. I just eat tricks, marshmallows. What was I saying? Forgot what I was saying. I hope my mic is on. Mic. I see the little mic thing. Imagine me talking to the camera for like 20 minutes and the mic's off. Man, what was I saying? Oh, I was write a comment or I made a video or something, and someone was like, "Oh, how come?" I think about making money. Someone like, in the 90s or 2000s, someone was like, how come you didn't do like social media, like YouTube or whatever? I'm like, it didn't exist. A lot of these kids nowadays, they grew up so much with this social media. They just, you assume that it's always been around. It hasn't. Prior to like 2005 or 6, before, was it, I guess, MySpace or whatever, there's no social media. People weren't making money on social media. Nobody's making money on MySpace or even YouTube in the first days. People didn't start making money on YouTube probably until a couple of years after it came out, 2006 or 7, or maybe 2008. Back in the day, you just had to work. Jobs that you hate. Fast food, construction, truck driving. Nowadays, I'm jealous of these guys like Big Boy and the Cali Muscle guy. They were locked up like me. Look at them. They're millionaires now, driving like the really cool cars and stuff. I'm jealous, but like in a positive, envious way, because I'm glad that they went from the same thing that I went through or worse. And now look, they made it. And that's one reason why I make YouTube videos. Like, I hope, I'm like, man, I wish one day that I could be like them. Go from being, an ex-felon to like some kind of YouTube personality making a lot of money. So yeah, props to them, man. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I guarantee you, with Big Boy, the YouTuber, Kelly Muscle, the YouTuber, like I said, I've been where they're at, sitting in the cell. When you're sitting in the cell, you don't know if you're ever gonna make it out. And so they never, in their wildest dreams, thought, oh, hey, one day I'm gonna make, millions off the internet. It's not. People were not making money. They were sitting in their cells, Kelly Muscle and Big Boy, just like I was thinking, I may never make it out of here. Someone could stab you at any time. You're just sitting in a box by yourself with your thoughts. Especially Cali Muscle, he's older than me. He did time, I think, like in the 80s and early 90s when it was tough. When dudes are big, lifting weights and stabbing each other left and right. You didn't know you were going to make it out, I remember sometimes dudes like to be locked in their cell. Sometimes it's because it's safer. Because when you're in your cell locked up, it's either you by yourself or you and one other guy, and that's it. So, statistically, you got a little bit better chance. Whereas when you're out in the yard and stuff, and there's like a couple hundred guys, any one of those guys could stab you, or hit you with a sock and a lock, anything. Or one of the guards could shoot you. So, yeah, big respect to, the ex-felon YouTubers, Big Boy, Cali Muscle. There's a girl, too. I think she was locked up in a different state. I don't know her name, but I've seen some of her videos. And, now she's a YouTuber. So props to all of them. You guys, I've been there with you guys, locked up in that cell. No hope. Sad. Depressed. Hungry. And then now look at you guys. Doing good. Beautiful cars. Really cool. And for those of you who haven't been in prison, it's so much. Oh my God, it's so easy. If you're a young kid, say from anywhere under 25 or even 30, from like 5 years old up to like 30, dedicate time into social media, making good content. You can make so much money. You don't have to do the grudging jobs like I did. Definitely don't go to prison. It's so stupid. Just, invest some time like Mr. Beast, just buckle down, think of, hey, what good YouTube videos I could do. Like, say you're 15, just say. You've never made a YouTube video in your life. You start right now, and slowly, in 10 years, you'll be a millionaire. Easy. Millionaire. Easy. Make some YouTube videos, make some Twitch streams, TikTok, whatever the new thing is, Instagram, whatever kids are doing, make videos here, streams there, a podcast over there. So, you do that, you ain't got to work no grudging jobs. If you start like at 15 years old, and I know 10 years seems like a long time away, but that's nothing. To be a millionaire by your time you're 25, it's so easy. These dudes on YouTube make so much money. Especially if you're a female and you're attractive. Look at that Amber Earth chick on Twitch. She's like $2 million a month or something. $2 million a month. Just standing there. Oh, look at me. Look at my dudes. I'm pretty. I'm going to hot tub. I'll write your name right here. I'll write your name on. I'll tattoo your name right here for $2 million a month. I think she makes like $1.5 million a month, something like that. So that's what you should do. If you're young, if you're under 30, I don't care. Look at, and you're like, oh, I'm too young. This, that. No, you're not. No, you're not. Look at that Ryan kid. He was making videos when he was like 5. And he's like a quadrillionaire now. I seen their house and their videos. Immaculate. That kid's a bazillionaire. And he's not even, I don't even think he's 10. It's so much different nowadays with the social media. There's money to be made. There's money to be made. What are you gonna go to college for freaking 10 years for? So you can be a doctor and make $100,000 a year? Pittance. Make YouTube videos for 10 years, and you're gonna be making like $1 million a year. But you gotta find the right content. See what's good. You can't just make like joke videos. And that's the catch. It's like, that's what Mr. Beast did, is like try to find out what works, counting to 1 billion or one video or whatever. I know some of you just think, man, he's still eating cereal. Marshmallow Tricks. It was on sale for some reason. Big box, like $2. Heck yeah. But yeah, I'm envious of the younger generation because, When I was 15 years old, I turned 15 in what? I was born in 82. What's 82 plus 15? 97? I think 97. My prospects for making a lot of money were, like I said, you go to college for 5 to 10 years, you become a doctor or a lawyer, and as a Chicano kid, someone who's, Hispanic, whether you're Mexican or whatever, half Mexican, half Mexican, your prospects, nobody was saying, "Hey, Matt, you can be a doctor when you get older or a lawyer." It was like you're going to work some grudging job. I mean, that's what Mexicans do. My dad, he worked in a warehouse, and before that, I think he was a mechanic or something. And a lot of Mexican guys, you see them, they work in fields or cutting lawns, and that's in '97. That was like that's your future, man. It's like you're gonna work some job that you hate for the next 30 to 40 years. Probably gonna die young. My grandfather died young, like I don't know, 48. My dad died before he was 60. I'm on my dying, my God, and that was it. But now, say you're in 2022, you're a 15-year-old Hispanic, Chicano, whatever, bro. You can make millions off this social media stuff, millions. Or even if forget millions, say you're making 100, 200 grand a year just making videos, streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, making a couple hundred grand a year just talking to a camera like this. Imagine that didn't exist when I was a kid. It wasn't easy to make money. Now it's easy to make. You can make money so easy. Oh my God. So that's the future of work. Is entertainment. That's what all this is. Just entertainment. It doesn't matter. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, playing sports professionally, NBA, NFL, arm wrestling, even bodybuilding. It's all entertainment because you're providing entertainment for somebody. Even if you bodybuild, yeah, you're working out, but the people watching you, it's entertainment for them. Whether you're up on stage or you're making videos of, oh, this is how I work out, this is how my muscles and all this kind of stuff. It's all entertainment. Entertainment is the modern way to make money. You do something that's of interest to somebody else, whatever your passion or hobby is, playing a video game, playing chess, people watch you, get entertained, and you make money. Like I said, the old school days, forget when I was young, go back like 100 years ago, like say 1900 or whatever, I think something like 80% of people were farmers. That was your life. You were born around 1900, and it's like you're going to toil really hard for the next like 50 years, hate your life, be out in the sunshine, and but 115 years later, or 120 years later now, that's not the case. You don't have to be a laborer anymore. You don't have to work at a fast food or retail store for the next, 20, 30, 40 years. No, you entertain people. That's where the money's at. The biggest money made in the world today, besides like investors and stuff, not doctors, not lawyers, not scientists. Even look at Neil deGrasse Tyson. The majority of his money, he's an astrophysicist. That's not where he gets the majority of his money from. He gets the majority of the money from entertainment, going on TV shows and talking, stuff like that. It's not sitting in a laboratory, doing science stuff. Someone's going to pay you maybe like 100, maybe 200 grand a year, doing sciencey stuff, research and stuff like that. But you go on TV, making movies, or making TV shows and YouTube videos. He can make YouTube videos and streams and make a couple million a year easy. Entertainment. That's the modern day. And that's what people are going to do when the robots take over. People, oh, the robots are going to take jobs. What are we going to do? Entertainment. That's the job of the future. When the robots are doing all the hard labor jobs, Eventually, robots are going to work in retail, and they're going to be delivering pizzas, and they're going to, work in the fields and do all those hard jobs. Truck driving, truck driving is already getting put to the side by these fully autonomous trucks. You make YouTube video, or you make entertainment. Either play a sport, if you play, you're like, well, I'm a sports player. No, you're an entertainer. You don't get, if you say you're a professional soccer player, football player, the reason you get paid so much isn't because you play a sport. It's because they record you playing a sport and put it on TV, and you entertain millions or billions of people, and that's where the money comes from, because they stream it live or record it, whatever. Millions and billions of people watch it. They sell ads. That's where your money comes from. If you just played a sport off camera, you wouldn't get a damn thing. Nothing. You are an entertainer. You're a sports player. You're an entertainer. Boxer, soccer player, football player, basketball player, weightlifter. It's all entertainment. If you just go in the gym every day and work out, day in and day out, you ain't making no money on that. No. You make money off entertaining people. You need to post. You need to record what you do working out. Post it somewhere, anywhere. Twitch, YouTube, I don't care where. TV. That's where you make your money from. I could go to the gym all day, every day. If I'm not recording it and putting it somewhere, I'm not making a darn thing off it. Or like, say you're a guy who works at a gym. You work at a gym. You go, you work out every day. How much is that guy getting paid? $20 an hour, maybe. Not even like 50 G's a year, maybe 50 G's a year. No, but if he goes home, the guy who works at a gym, and makes videos of himself showing, how he does workout stuff, he'll provide entertainment to somebody. His 50 G's a year all of a sudden is like 200 G's a year or more, making workout videos. So yeah, that's the future of entertainment. Once robots start taking all the labor jobs. You're probably like, okay, well, can't robots eventually do entertainment? Yeah, sure. They'll make robots who could play sports. And there's already, AI software that can play chess, but it's boring. I play chess. The games are too perfect, and nobody really likes watching them. People like mistakes. It's entertainment. People like watching humans play more than the AI, than bots they call it nowadays, because it's entertaining. People like to get entertained. It's entertaining watching people blunder, fumble in football, and for some reason people like when they crash in NASCAR and stuff like that. But imagine, when your robot cars driving a NASCAR and they're just going around and around and around. They never get in accidents. Everything's perfect. They make perfect turns. That's not entertaining. So I think, at least for a long time, probably at least a couple hundred years, humans will have jobs in entertaining each other. Because we like, even if there was a robot who could sit here and talk to a camera, you're not going to like that. You'd rather listen to me because I'm an idiot. And I look like an idiot. That's more entertaining. Or you'd rather watch an attractive girl with big boobs or a handsome guy with big muscles. You don't want to just watch a robot talk to a camera or even a robot play sports. Okay, robot, say they do. Robot play sports and they throw the perfect pass and they always get the touchdowns or what, they just play perfectly, always making half-court shots. They can make goals from midfield. It's not entertaining. Entertaining is when people like fall down in soccer or they miss shots or, people like watching people do stuff. Entertainment is, humans watching humans do stuff. So that's going to be a job for a long time. That's the future. That's the current. That's what people don't think about it. That's the majority of big money being made nowadays is entertainment. Like I said, all these sports players stuff, you're just an entertainer. That's all you are. Whether you're Amaranth, that chick on Twitch, in a bathing suit, or was that Ronaldo guy playing soccer, or whatever sports player, you're just an entertainer. That's what you're making money from. So that's the future of work. So don't worry about the robots taking over. This is our job. Look at you. Us humans are going to continue to make videos and do stand-up comedy. That's all entertainment. I've been eating this bowl of cereal for 35 minutes and I still not done. That's funny. Talking to myself for 35 minutes. But YouTube will eventually upload this to my YouTube video, my uploads. So you guys, because somebody watch later. A couple of days, like 2 days from now. It's hot. It's already hot. It's sweating. Job of the future is entertainment. But yeah, definitely don't go to jail or prison. It's so stupid. It was stupid 20 years ago, and it's even more stupid now. Because it's like, why do you want to go to jail? I mean, so you could not have good food, you could not, have sex, or you could not go to Disneyland or travel to different countries or drive nice cars. Jail is so stupid. It's really, really for stupid people. Don't go to jail. So dumb. So dumb. Freedom is so nice. I mean, look. There's nobody around right now. I'm having like a peaceful time, right? There's no peace in prison. There's always people around, guards around. Worry about getting stabbed or just people bugging you. If I was in jail, people would be walking by. I'd be thinking, is that dude gonna try to stab me? I mean, you gotta be your head's gotta be on a swivel all the time. You don't want to live like that, man. You don't want to be like me, ex-felon, loser, no money. You want to be like Mr. Beast or Logan Paul, or was that Tate guy, Andrew Tate, having tons of money, driving nice cars, or like the Amrit chick, making money doing nothing, making $1.5 million a month, doing nothing. She can buy wherever she wants, she can go wherever she wants. And you'd rather be in jail? Yeah, go to jail. It's good. If you still want to go to jail after all that, go for it. Have fun. No, thank you. I'm gonna be rich. I like eating good food, going where I want, vacationing, go to the ocean. You can't go to the ocean when you're in jail. For 6 years, I didn't go to the ocean. And I'm from California. That's like torture. So, California. You want to go to jail? No, you're not going to jail. You're going to stay at home. You're going to make social media, make a lot of money, and so you can have your favorite cereal and stuff like that. That's life advice. In case nobody noticed, I'm not eating any milk with the cereal. That's why it sounds so dry. I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't really tolerate milk, real milk. And almond milk and all that kind of makes me not feel good for some reason. So I just eat cereal. I'm sweet. What are you going to do? I'm just streaming for 40 minutes. And nobody's here. Nobody's here. It's just me. shoulder hurts from leaning like this. Look at that muscle right there. I freaked out a little bit in my life. A little bit when I was in prison, not so much. By the time I got to prison, there are no more weights. That's why, if you ever listen to Big Boy, the YouTuber, talk about his prison experience, he talks about working out with like sandbags or water bags or doing push-ups, stuff like that. Because he went to prison, in kind of the same generation as me. I don't know when he got locked up. But if you listen to Cali Muscle, like I said, he did time in California in the 90s and 80s, but he still had weights. So you hear him tell the stories. He's talking about pumping weights, stuff like that. By the time me and Big Boy went to prison, there were no more weights. So you had to do, I think Big Boy would do like 1,000 push-ups a day, stuff like that. Whereas Cali Muscle, he was locked up in his day. He was just lifting, weights like a bodybuilder. There were legit bodybuilders in prison back in the days. So it's interesting. They're two different stories. Me and Big Boy are more kind of the same age. I think he's younger than me. But, our prison experiences were more similar than Cali Muscle because he went to prison. Is totally different. Totally different. But regardless, it was bad. Not fun. So stupid. Look at my teeth. Permanently scarred. Nowadays, they would say I have PTSD and I'm a survivor and all this kind of stuff. Nobody said this stuff back in the day. It's just like you just went through stuff. Is it crazy to think I could probably be a millionaire for what happened to me? If that happened today and you sued, like, the people who get like shot innocently by cops and they get like $1 million or something, or a couple million, they could be a millionaire. At least I could have had a couple hundred G's. Get a gold tooth. Imagine. Yeah, good tooth. I embraced it though. I remember my mom was sad about it back then. She's like, they messed with my baby's face and permanently or whatever, and she was sad. But that's why they say, what they say, you can't do the crime, no, can't do the time, don't do the crime. And it's not like I could be like, oh, I'm the victim. No, I got locked up. I was stupid. It's my fault. I'm not saying that the cop should have done that to me, but it's like, that was jail back in the day, man. They beat the hell out of dudes. Bad. Oh, blood everywhere, man. I don't know what happened. My lip must have been bleeding or something. I have big lips, so they probably got cut. My dad will call them soup coolers. Soup coolers. Big lips, soup coolers. I'm almost done with my cereal. I have like 18 more pieces. Now I have like 10. Six left. That's it. Finally, 44 minutes. Well, I guess I'll go. It's been about 45 minutes. I had a couple viewers for like 10 seconds. I wonder if those were subscribers or 45 minutes. But yeah. And even if you're all, I said that if you're under 30, you should totally make social media and like in 5 to 10 years, you could be making a lot of money. It's true. But even if you're older, I see older guys, truck drivers or whatever. Sometimes truck drivers, they stream, like I see one guy. He's like, oh, he's a truck driver. He's like, oh, today, I clean my truck and I do this. So he makes his money truck driving, but he's also an entertainer, filming the videos, what he does, post it to YouTube and wherever else, and you make a lot of money. And so you could be 40, 45, 50 years old, and you're a mechanic. You work on cars. Maybe you work on cars at your job, where you come home and you fix up your car. Say record it. Oh, this is how you change oil, or this is what I did today, or whatever. I mean, so many different professions of people just recording stuff about what they do with their cooking, or working out, or truck driving. I mean, almost virtually whatever your profession is, or even if you don't have a profession, I mean, upload about something. Remember, like I said, regardless of what you do, play sports, you work out, whatever, if you do it and you're not recording it, you're not entertaining. You're just, if you go to the gym every day and you work out and you're not recording, then you're just working out. But as soon as you record what you do and you post on the internet somewhere, now you're an entertainer. And entertainers make a lot of money. Entertain people somehow. That's the job of the future. You want to know how to make money? Entertain people. Figure out some way how to entertain people. Because going to work every day, even if you're a doctor, okay, you go to work for 12, 16 hours a day. Oh, would I make 250 grand a year? Yeah, but you work all the dang time either. Look at that Dana, I think her name is Dana, the foot doctor lady. She does her foot doctor stuff. Makes whatever a foot doctor makes, but she makes YouTube videos. Probably makes more in her YouTube videos than being the dang foot doctor. Be an entertainer. Be an entertainer. I look down a lot because I'm looking at the screen with the cameras up there. Screen, camera, screen, camera. So, sorry for that. But yeah, that's Matt's advice. Figure out how to be an entertainer, because entertainers make a lot of money. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how to be an entertainer. So far, it's not working because I have 0 views. All right, well, there's no comments. Maybe I should put a comment on my video. Just comment. Let's see if it comes up on the screen. No. I thought it was going to pop up on the screen somehow. Well, thank you for watching. I'm going to go. Have a good morning, or a good night, or a good whatever. And keep entertaining. Keep entertaining. Get that entertainment money. It's big. It's big money. I'm trying to tap into it.